much more of a cunt than Butter ever thought about being. Ross Kemp is getting a lot of blowback for being in the ICU. Quite fucking right, fat belly. Imagine that. Well, I know you're dying and you can't see your family, but look, it's Grant Mitchell.
I didn't see it. I've not seen the actual clip or anything like that, or the package. But I did see that he took in his own PPE, and that's all I saw. And I just thought,
some to the hospital, and the hospital said they'd done a risk assessment.
Right.
But my whole point was, he's a fucking actor. It's not essential. People have seen what's going on in ICUs. You don't need Grant fucking Mitchell to show you. He should fuck off back to a Mexican fucking prison or something and interview some rapists. That's what he does best.
Is that what the blowback was about then? Is it why are you there?
Yeah, why are you in an intensive care unit?
Right. Because I just
it is true. I was being facetious before, but we've got people dying in these that aren't allowed to see their own parent. They're not allowed to see the family. They're dying essentially alone, except for the love from strangers they can get of overstretched staff. But no, we can have fucking Grant Mitchell. And imagine that being the last person you see on this. That'd be so fucking miserable. A fucking shit actor. The last thing you see.
I don't think you were fair on Tommy Robinson. And then you just die.
Why couldn't it have been Phil? I wanted the one with the red face.
Couldn't you send that girl with the cocaine problem? I quite liked her back in the day.
Just anyone. Even that guy that used to play Barry. Anybody. Jenkins.
I'll be honest though, I saw the fuss about him, and I saw his tweet that was being shared, and people going harumph, and that was my limit for Twitter, because just before that had been the Official Secrets Act had been trending. Had you seen that?
Oh, it was like bollocks, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like saying that all the doctors that treated Boris Johnson had to sign the Official Secrets Act, and it's for a start, you don't sign the Official Secrets Act.
It's imposed upon you.
Yeah, that's an act.
Yes.
You might sign some sort of NDA related to it, but you don't sign the Official Secrets Act.
Yeah, it's not the Official Secrets Agreement.
Yeah, and I was looking at it, and I was like, right, okay, so what was the name of the doctor? Surely Not. And I'm like, Dr. Surely Not? Really? And the other one was Ashley Pulling, which when you say it sounds okay, but to read it, it looks like a leg pulling, like as in I'm pulling your leg. So we've got Surely Not and pulling your leg. It was fucking trending on Twitter. When I saw it, it was like number 3.
Twitter is just a shrieking mental woman rubbing her own shit in her face. That's what that website is.
Yeah, every day when I open
insanity.
It's conspiracy. And to them, Boris is literally a butcher that's terrified all these doctors. Because as if it wouldn't leak if he was faking it. As if it wouldn't leak. Like, there's no way. There must have been 40 people in sort of reasonable direct contact with him.
Not only that, have you seen the guy?
I know.
And his thing released today, his voice is still shagged. He looks like he's been ill. And to be honest, I don't want to praise him too much, but you know what? He spent, was it 2-3 days in intensive care?
Yeah.
A couple of days later, he's propped up in a fucking suit on telly. No, well done, mate. I do draw the line at sending him £1,000 worth of fucking cufflinks, though.
Sending him what?
Yeah, there's been a GoFundMe to raise £1,000 to buy Boris some fucking cufflinks.
Oh, come on, guys, come on.
Company's gone to Next and got some for £12 or something.
Just or donate it to some COVID charity in his name or something like that. Food.
When next time you're shopping, buy a few extra bits, put them in that trolley that people keep trying to rob right now. Yeah, and the food will go to people that can't afford any instead of buying Boris Johnson fucking cufflinks. He's all right for cufflinks.
I hope he gets in touch with him and just sort of politely refuses it. Did you see the you said he was up in a suit and that. Did you actually hear the speech he gave?
Yeah, it was very good.
I thought it was very, very good. It was very like
and that was really the outpouring of hate for it on Twitter was exceptional.
Oh yeah, now he's survived all that. I'm not a Tory, but he's a dad and all that. That's all out the window now. He's back on his feet, isn't it? You fucking bastard! And it's like, well, but I thought it. outside of the lunatics, I thought his speech was perfectly pitched.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to give people hope. It's going to inspire them. It's going to make people feel good. And it was a humble thank you. It was, you know, you saved my life.
I can't imagine it, but maybe it will kind of shame him into kicking the Tory party a little bit into touch with the fact that if you're not going to give him pay rises or whatever, don't clap your fucking hands. You know, just let's be decent about these things.
I think the NHS are probably going to do very well out of all this in the long run, haven't they? I mean, they've already had massive cash injections, but there'll probably be it could be Christmas, it could be next April. You know, a very nice pay rise announced for them.
I'm going to say something very unpopular now. I was talking to Daz just after you know Mrs. Hewitt's mum passed away, about the whole thing. And I know I've shared quite a lot with you guys. We'll talk about it, just not tonight, but we will talk about it because there's a few things to talk about with that. But I'm just having a day or two off from trying to badger the media into talking to them. But I've shared, when you've shared something with people, I think it's important, you know, you talk about it. So I don't share a lot from my life, but when I do, I like to, if you're going to share, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was talking with Daz about, you know, the peer pressure of going out to clap your hands. And, you know, I do respect the people doing their jobs. This is going to be deeply unpopular. They are doing their jobs. They're doing their jobs. That is a job that will bring you into the line of being harmed. Now, I admire them. I admire the frontline staff greatly. But it's much like the soldiers. You remember before the wars, you considered most soldiers to be fucking thick. Couldn't get a job, went to the army.
All right.
As soon as we started having the wars, can't say that. Now, I can say that most soldiers are probably all right, but, you know, a lot of them are still fucking thick and can't get a job. You know, they come back from some dusty fucking hellhole going, oh, can't get a job, what's going on? I've been in the army. Well, you only went in the army because you couldn't get a fucking job in the first place. You know? So this pressure to call everyone in the NHS a hero. Well, the NHS just killed my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like going out and I can't say this is only for them. And also, do you know what I fucking hate? It's not for that. I see it in our local groups, you know, like, oh, bad show tonight. You didn't do this. We didn't see many. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself 3 times. You're not doing it for any other fucker apart from you to make you feel better about your fucking self. And if that's cool, that's fine. But it doesn't work for me. I don't have to go outside and clap my fucking hands to appreciate someone. And I don't have to bend down and kiss the ass of every NHS worker when I've seen them. I mean, you know, remember when I said we got antibiotics from my mother-in-law? But she wasn't taking them. She had dementia. She was ill. Can't do anything. But when it came to the end-of-life painkillers, oh, there was a nurse there fucking 2-3 times a day then to fucking pump them in. So, do you know what? Mixed feelings.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'd say, you know, and I could go either way on that, because I know a lot of times when I see people outside of this sort of crisis, when I've seen people come out of hospital and they're like, "Oh, I've been there for 3 days, and I've got to thank all the staff there. I wouldn't have been anywhere without them." And it was like, yeah, but ultimately they are doing their job, and they're doing a job that you have paid them to do.
Yeah,
they're not
they
there
chose
out of
it.
the hearts. Like everyone pays taxes, whether, you know, even if you're on benefits, you still pay taxes on the food you buy, you eat, everything. And they are doing what you have paid them to do. You know what I mean? But people talk about the NHS workers as if they're volunteers, as if they're like just there in the spare time, just do. But I would say the other side of that at the moment, and obviously they've massively failed you, but there are also people doing 36-hour shifts right now. You know,
no, don't get me wrong. This is the dichotomy. They failed me with my mother-in-law miserably. My dad's still alive. You know, liver failure, 30 years ago? 35 years ago, said he was going to die. Didn't die. Smashed bones up various times. Bowel cancer. Heart problems. Stroke. and now kidney failure. He's still here. His treatment's been exceptional. But the problem is that it's now at a point where we're not supposed to criticise the NHS. It's like, no, fuck that. The procurement procedures are intense. This PPE business. Yes, it all goes back to government to some degree. But when you've got doctors going, coming on TV to very disappointed sounding BBC interviewers saying, no, we're fine here. This whole hospital's great. It's not because the government gave to that hospital another. It's because of the fucking balmy procurement procedures.
Yeah.
Each individual trust is a fucking basket case.
There's not only that, we've got massive stores that we're ready for no deal Brexit. And I think we've only we've got 40% left, or we've used 40%. But either way, we've got millions and millions of masks just sat there. But then they're not actually physically getting to the places because it's just too inefficient the way it's all run at the moment. And obviously, there's that thing of some of them have been going out, they've been out of date, and all the rest of it. What's he saying there? Moda said the NHS is falsely